Between May 17th and July 31st, 2025, Johto Times ran the first stage of a poll to determine the fan favourite Pokémon. This is how the preliminary vote turned out. Fans were asked to vote for Pokémon across 9 different polls, each representing a single Pokémon generation. Each person was able to vote for their 6 favourites and take part in as many of the polls they wanted to. The top 10 Pokémon from each of the 9 polls would then go through to the grand final. In total, our poll received 582,516 votes, far exceeding any expectations we had for it. Every single Pokémon in our poll received votes, not a single one was overlooked. Also, I'm going to be saying some Pokémon names during this video. If I mispronounce them, get off my case. Here are the full results of this first stage of the poll. Generation 1, Kanto. The Kanto poll was the most popular which fans engaged in, with 86,868 votes, cast by 14,478 participants. Goldeen received the fewest votes, with 26. The 10 Pokémon going through to the grand final in this poll are Gyarados in 10th place, Ninetales in 9th, Mewtwo in 8th, Bulbasaur in 7th, Mew in 6th, Arcanine in 5th, Dragonite in 4th, Charizard in 3rd, Eevee in 2nd, and in 1st place is Gengar, topping the poll with 3,670 votes. Generation 2, Johto. The Johto poll received 74,742 votes, cast by 12,457 participants. Remoraid received the fewest votes in this poll, with just 21. The 10 Pokémon going through to the grand final this time are Crobat, Houndoom, Wooper, Scizor, Lugia, Typhlosion, Ampharos, Espeon, Tyranitar, and Umbreon in 1st place, with a massive 4,412 votes, the most of any Pokémon at this stage of the poll. Generation 3, Hoenn. Hoenn's poll received 68,712 votes from 11,452 participants. This time, it's Silcoon who received the fewest votes, with just 12. Silcoon was the least voted out of every Pokémon at this stage in the poll. The top 10 going through to the grand final of the Hoenn poll are Aggron, Sceptile, Swampert, Absol, Blaziken, Mudkip, Metagross, Flygon, Rayquaza, and in 1st place, Gardevoir, with 3,499 votes. Generation 4, Sinnoh. 64,140 votes were cast in our Sinnoh poll by 10,690 participants. Bronzor is in last place this time, with just 39 votes. Our top 10 this time around are Darkrai, Glaceon, Piplup, Leafeon, Torterra, Infernape, Giratina, Luxray, Garchomp, and Lucario just scrapes ahead by 7 votes to reach 1st place with 3,502. Generation 5, Unova. The Unova poll received 60,642 votes from 10,107 participants. The Pokémon which received the fewest votes this time around was Vullaby, with just 14. The top 10 Pokémon making it through to the grand final this time around are Reshiram, Scolipede, Haxorus, Hydreigon, Serperior, Oshawott, Volcarona, Krookodile, Chandelure, and in 1st place, Zoroark, with 2,561 votes. Generation 6, Kalos. 58,314 votes by 7,719 participants make up the result of the Kalos poll this year. Binacle received just 35 votes, placing it last out of all Kalos Pokémon. The top 10 this time are Delphox, Zygarde, Yveltal, Tyrantrum, Goodra, Noivern, Talonflame, Sylveon, Aegislash, and in first, Greninja, with 3,965 votes. Generation 7, Alola. 57,852 votes from 9,642 people make up the Alola vote. The Pokémon with the least attention this time is Trumbeak, who only managed 40 votes. The top 10 Alolan Pokémon going through this time are Solgaleo, Vikavolt, Golisopod, Incineroar, Lunala, Primarina, Rowlet, Lycanroc, Decidueye, and in first place, Mimikyu, with 3,325 votes. Generation 8, Galar. Galar fans voted for 55,722 Pokémon, and there were 9,287 of you who made that possible. In last place, we have Arrokuda with only 28 votes. Our top 10 this time are Inteleon, Appletun, Hatterene, Wooloo, Zacian, Snom, Cinderace, Toxtricity, Dragapult, and in first place, with 4,056 votes, is Corviknight. Generation 9, Paldea. The final poll is Paldea, which received 55,524 votes, made by 9,254 participants. This part of the poll received the least attention, but the overall turnout across the poll was significant. The Pokémon with the lowest number of votes this time around is Capsakid with 27. The final 10 Pokémon making it through to our grand final are Koraidon, Ogerpon, Annihilape, Fuecoco, Sprigatito, Clodsire, Skeledirge, Meowscarada, Tinkaton, and in first place we have Cerulege with 2,987 votes. We are now able to announce our grand final, which will take place between August the 14th and September the 30th, 2025. If your favourite Pokémon made it through, or even if they didn't, we hope you'll consider voting. One of these Pokémon will be crowned the winner. In this final stage of the poll, we are asking you to vote for your favourite 3 Pokémon. We hope you'll encourage your friends to vote for their favourites too. The results of the grand final will be revealed on our website and in our newsletter in October 2025. A huge thank you to Bulbapedia, Poké Community, and every Pokémon fan site, influencer, and individual who shared our poll and helped it get noticed. For further details on the poll, and to check out the work Johto Times is doing to document and preserve the early history of the series and its fan community, please be sure to check out the Johto Times website at johtotimes.com. Thank you.